It's the first day. Why can't I find my flash drive? I'm so messy all the time. No, it's right here. Hello and welcome to the Daily Think Share. My name's Zach. I'm here to bring to you what I've been thinking about, sharing about, talking about that I don't have time to teach a math class. If you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe. So today was the first day of school, and I was talking with a couple of the other teachers, and I have a freshman homeroom, and I have majority of my students are freshmen. I have sophomores as well. And we're talking about what are some of the skills that we would highly recommend for freshmen to get in the habit of. And we both came to the conclusion that organization is pretty important. So it's the end of the day, and as you may look at my desk, it's on the messier side, but it's like manageable. So I think that all throughout my high school career, all throughout my middle school and college career, I've always maintained a level of messiness, but at the same time, it's been manageable. So what that really comes down to is putting in a little bit of effort. So all the time you're gonna get handouts and they're gonna be loose, and you wanna have a place for them. Now the difference is some people have already thrown in the towel and then said, you know what, I'm not an organized person and I'm not even gonna try. And some people have said, I'm gonna try again, and they might fail. And this happens to me quite often, is I'll make a folder or I'll set up some kind of system for myself to use, and just always I think of it as trial and error. So I'll say, well, maybe this system works, but I'm always looking for what is going to take the least amount of energy for me to organize. So for example, I realized one of the papers that I keep scattering across my desk is the seating charts and class lists. So I realized that there's a binder that's literally meant for me to put that in. So I'm gonna be putting it in there. Hopefully that will work out as the system that I'll use for the future. Maybe it won't, but I'm at least making the effort instead of throwing the towel, because I tend to be a pretty disorganized person. Also, the things on my desk, I'm gonna think about where I wanna put them rather than just stacking them on top of something and leaving them behind. That's kind of what happens midway through the year, but if you don't make an effort at the beginning of the year, that makes it that much tougher later on in the year. So I would say, even if you would describe yourself as a disorganized person, put in effort. Don't throw in the towel on the first day. Don't start tossing papers and semi-crumpling them as you shove them into your backpack. Take the extra second, put it in the actual notebook that it belongs in, or the folder, or whatever. Take the extra effort to do it. It's so much worth it. When you go down into and look back on your habits, I was talking to one of my colleagues. I said, "Were you always this organized?" And he said, "No, I wasn't." And I said, "Well, when did that happen?" He said, "I don't know." But over time, he's realized the value of it. So if you keep working at it, even if you're not being fully successful, the fact is that you care about it. That is what will carry you through the day. Because I know I'm interested in being organized, even though I know I've traditionally been unorganized. So don't throw in the towel. Keep trying to be organized, at least at the beginning, and set up some structures that will not require a ton of effort. Maybe it's just grabbing a folder and taping it to one of your binders or something. Maybe it's having just a manila folder with big letters math on it or something, just to keep things in your backpack organized into math, even if they're crumpled in the folder, but it's organizing it a little bit. So I hope this was useful to the freshmen and sophomores out there that have been thinking about throwing out the organization on day one. If you like this, give it a like. If you want more, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Stay weird.